welcome to RabidKaos. Today we're playing some Mine Mogul. Know the game came out in December, but it seems like they're getting ready for another big update like they did for this cave. So I want to get back into it, get used to the buttons, get used to the building style and all that. So, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. For those of you who don't know, Mine Mogul is a physics-based game. Goal is to, well, mine. You gotta do all these little quests that you see up there on the top left. Get those done and earn your way to being called the Mine Mogul. You get conveyor belts, different types of machines, all kinds of different stuff. Did that go right in? Almost. No, it did. Cool. You get to use those machines to complete the quests. You get different tools, like this magnet we're purchasing right now. That is a huge thing to have, which I can demonstrate on this piece right here. You can pick it up, and you can pick up multiple pieces. Got different modes. So, very helpful item to have in the game. I'm going to go ahead and we'll complete this questionably named quest here. I mean, they could have gone anywhere way with it, but no, can't fault them for that. It's got a little bit of humor to it. So, I'm just gonna mine up a good bit that I see, and we'll see if we have enough to complete this quest. Which I believe we should, or we should be close. There we go. Oh, all right, there. It's considered a cluster. An ore cluster. Those will be important later on, but for now, they're just going to be wasted sales if I throw it through that way. Don't think we got enough to pull. We didn't get enough of anything. Of course. No, there we go. Just took a second for it to register. Alright, we got to get the auto miner. This can be placed on the nodes that are around the mine. Obviously, it automatically mines. Accidentally threw my pickaxe and that thing hung up there perfectly. Alright, so when you pull up the auto miner, you got all these different green nodes here. Green outlines. That's where you can put the miners. Typically you'll see resources on the ground around them where you can place them. It'll kind of give you an idea of what you can get out of them. This one's got coal on the ground, so obviously that produces coal. Our biggest thing right now, I think, is going to be to get the iron going. This will give us 94% iron. They both do, but this one also gives us a chance at gems. So I'm going to diamond gem. Go ahead and go with that one. Right now we're just going to sit here, wait. We're going to let that build up and see what happens. I'll probably go ahead and clean up the rest of these loose rocks in this area of the mine, and I'll be back with you shortly. Alright, so here we've got most of the stuff that we collected up from around the mine, the loose rocks and whatnot that are on this floor, in this meeting area. Collect all that up. Get any fell back here, yep. Without fail, put the stuff back here. And we got a nice big pile here for you to grab up. You notice every little bit we grab ourselves gives us a little bit more. Got a new goal. Purchase the ore crusher from the shop. Before I do that, though, I'll let that miner keep going. These are some of the boxes and some of the items that I found. roaming around. Those boxes were there. This was on top of those boxes. I'm gonna leave that there for now. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put it back here in a little safe hole so I don't lose it. But you can break these boxes. Sometimes they give you nothing, like that one. Every once in a while you get a little treat. This was not the greatest treat. That's a pretty good one. 3 iron ingots. And 2 empty boxes. Alright. We'll go ahead and put these valuable things. We did end up finding a diamond during our little cleanup operation. That was inside a ore cluster like this one. But for now we'll put all these valuable things back here. Creating a little treasure hoard. And since would have probably been easier to just take this out the way and use magnet to pick everything up, but you know, live and learn. This is a broken drill bit. These will be important at some point. Do not sell them until you need to. So we will go ahead now and we will buy the ore crusher. Now to get it, we need a couple conveyors, and we're gonna need some eventually for other things here. And you're always gonna need conveyors. We'll go ahead and buy that. All the money we got. Let's go ahead and get this crushed iron goal started, and we will move on from there. You know what? I'm gonna turn this off while we do this. Now, you got arrows on your conveyor belts to let you know which way they should go. Always pay attention to that. And this will actually, it's hard to see. But if you can see there at the top of this, there's a little bit of thicker green on the corner there. You got a little bit of an arrow you can see from this direction. And there's an arrow in the front, so stuff goes in the top, comes out the front. So we're gonna line this up so that way anything that comes out will eventually be going right into there. And this is why you need those slope conveyors, so you can get things up into it. But one thing I did not think of, and I immediately regret, is not getting a sorter, which we will get eventually. For now, we'll go ahead and throw all this up onto here. Let this process, and then we'll sell this. We'll go through the goal, and we'll be able to afford that sorter here in a minute. Alright, sorter conveyor. I want to buy this because this mine location gives diamonds and emeralds too. It's a low chance, but it's still a chance. Now, since I only have the 1 diamond and don't have any emeralds, maybe I do. Have a diamond there. Well, I guess I don't have an emerald. Alright, but since I don't have those, I'm going to take these over to here. Whatever you put in the basket is going to come out the side. So I'd rather have that iron coming out the side. And when I pick it up, put it on, I can just tell the iron where to go, and anything else that comes out will go the other direction. So we'll go ahead and turn this mine back on. some point, we'll see diamonds and emeralds come out the front. And while we wait for all that to build up, we'll go ahead and put some of these in. Just enough. That may seem planned, that was just pure luck. While that's going on, and that's out, building up, we got another quest available to us, which is the scavenger hunt. Gotta find copper ore, gold ore, and a broken drill bit, and this is why I said save those drill bits. Because we can easily just get that out of there. Well, maybe not so easily, but we can get it out of there. That. There we go. One down. Now we needed 12 copper ore. We got one there. Another 3. That's 4. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. You know what? We don't need it right now, so I'm going to go ahead and toss that to the side. We'll collect up all this copper ore here. Drop it in there. Now we've got other places we could have gotten copper ore. There's a copper spot over there. There's some more iron over here, there. Let me go back here. Explore the darkness. Find another crate. And there we have some gold. So we need 8 of it. We got 2 there. 4. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't want to accidentally grab that cluster. 6, 7. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. My son is a bad influence on me. Oh, we grabbed a gold bar. Whoa. Yeah, if you bang the stuff you've collected against the walls or against items, there's a very good chance they fall off. Leave that there. Take this gold bar, add it to our little treasure pile we got going on. Go in there. Wedge them perfectly. Alright. That is done. Now we got ourselves some research tickets. Navigate to the research tab for the quest, which is the same tab as your quest tab. I'm going to use it on, there's plenty of good options you can do here. Walls and berries is always a good option, but they're more pricey. Early game, kind of tough to deal with that. I'm just going to get this order basket lid. This will allow me to just put a lid on top of that basket and use this magnet without having to worry about it. So, go over here to the computer, buy that for 60. Right now, go back over there, throw this on. Cool. I'll go back. Close. Before we talk about that, I noticed something else. We got a couple emeralds, that's pretty nice. Saw small versions of the same objects. They've got to be put into a sorter basket on their own, otherwise things take a little bit of time. Gonna wait until we get about another 500,000 so we can get a miner going for the coal. That'll get us a couple, or get us a useful item. I know early game, or if you're new to the game, the ore analyzer will be good for you. If you've got experience with the game, it to me personally feels like a wasted bit of money. We will see. There we go. We will go to mining and buy another auto miner. And what's this new tool we have unlocked? Oh, we can buy a jackhammer. That will be useful. Those are a little bit quicker than the pickaxe. Well, a lot bit quicker than the pickaxes. But we are going to go ahead and keep working on this side. Go ahead and throw this coal miner down. And when we have enough money for the belts, the fact that we've got multiple items coming in will be a pretty good reason to start using the diamond and emerald that we have that if we keep everything. So I think for now I'll keep the belt the same, or separate up about here where we go. So I'm gonna buy a couple conveyors. Once we get 100, we can get 5. There we go. And you see how quickly you run through these. They're not very big, but definitely something you need. And when you're going with the wall conveyors, which cost more money, doing it this early in the game really doesn't. Starting out in a game like this, I'll do the early stuff haphazardly, not really care what it looks like. Not really care how it ends up, because I know I'm going to end up redesigning at some point. Let me get a couple more conveyors, see where that gets us. Because this conveyor is higher up, everything should just drop right on. If it's too high, there's a chance it falls off, but at this height, it shouldn't be too bad. And at this point, it's a waiting game. I'm gonna come back when both these quests are complete. The cleanup. Alright, we're back. The coal finished. As you can see, it's giving us a new one, and the crushed iron is just about to finish. Let that take over. There we go. Alright, let's focus on the blast furnace one. Usually the gem quest, you'll get overtime. I'm never too worried about that. Like I said, ore analyzer, not worth it. We'll click on it just to clear it out. Tools. We can get the jackhammer or we can get the hammer. I'm not going to spend the money on the jackhammer right now. We're not doing a whole lot of clearing out of things. But the hammer is nice to have. Much cheap, easy to... makes things easier to pick up. I'm going to have to stop this pool. I'm going to stop both these. We got an emerald and a diamond. We'll go ahead and put that out of the way. Last look at it. Good thing about the emeralds, or the hammer, I'm able to do that. blast furnace, it's the same as that crusher. Things loading from the top. Go out the front. But that also creates a little bit of problem for our hole. I think that light will push down. So now I'm gonna have to move the hole. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'll go ahead and get a new conveyor to turn it. Now we'll get to this way. Drop it right on there. So that should be good for that. Get the coal one running again. For now, it's just providing the gem, possibly provide a diamond gem, providing some more money for us to get going in here. And we will kick this one off. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn them off. I know this is only the beginning, but I just had an idea for making this look a little bit nicer. Do all that. Put this in line with this. I'm gonna fill it with the items that we want to go straight to the sales point. Little bit of coal, so we got to turn this thing back on, let it kick out on the ground. Have it kick out 2 pieces. Alright. This is 1. I'll put it in there. And because that machine has the possibility of pumping out small coal, I'm going to drop this in the crusher. Always leave the Dutch in case I can't grab it like that. Now, lid back on. Now, in the way we've got it set up now, the iron's going to be the one going straight. Coal, diamonds, emeralds will come out this way. We just need to eliminate all this. Keep it as tight and neat as I can. It's gonna end up becoming spaghetti soon enough anyway. But for now, yeah, see, that's gonna be a mess when I go to put in that miner. It's all gonna be for nothing. But we got a ton of spots for miners. Right now, we're not gonna need all of them. Now this, we want to line up perfectly, and we can't get one right there, so do that, do this, do that. Alright, turn this thing on. No, not yet. I almost made a mess. Since these are now on the same level, I'm going to have to get something special for that. Conveyor, a conveyor ledge, there we go. Go ahead and buy one of those. That'll just hop it over these little raised edges you see on the conveyors. It should be good to go. Just throw this on here. wanting copper ingots, which would be very helpful if I made it so that they actually got some smelter on. Kind of expecting here. Forgive me. Alright, while that goes on, look at the rest of that quest there. Smell those crushed iron fall into there. Each crushed iron or regular iron will make a row on this computer screen right here. When it gets all the rows filled up, it'll make an ingot. It's gonna be the same thing with the copper that it's asking for, but we don't have a mine doing copper yet. I don't want to get a mine doing copper just yet, so we're gonna go and see what more we can find down in here, see if we can get enough. Well, there's one of those. We'll get rid of all that. Oh, we got some here. This one is having a little bit of secret. You know what? Looks like, oh, there's another emerald, gold bar, there's a broken drill bit. So we'll collect up all this stuff. And once we've got it, that's a good amount of diamonds right there. We'll bring this all back to our starting area. Kind of sort through it there. Before I do that, I am going to go break this box. And get nothing. Oh, as you can see, there's a bunch of dynamite here. And looks like copper in there, so probably by the end of this episode, we'll break up into there. We'll see if we got enough for these quests right now. Alright, let's see here. Gold bar into our little treasure hoard. As you just saw, you can interact with the physics objects here. So if you're standing on a belt, when items are trying to come through, you can slow them down a little bit. Most of the time they will go through, but you can definitely throw a wrench in the mix if you're standing on your belts. Take more iron. The quest takes more iron than it does copper, so yeah. Need a couple more iron. So I got to turn that off. One piece too late. Good thing I got rid of that stuff. Back. I'm gonna go collect up all that iron. There's no coal sticking in there. Alright. This is not going to be enough to complete the quest, I don't think. But, running through them. See what happens. These things can overflow. Oh no, there's flags. saw earlier, there was some copper over here. That's an iron. We're gonna leave that. We don't need that right now. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start over back here. More gold. Alright, that's all gold area. Get some copper here. Should have switched back over to iron and let that keep on while I collected the copper, but that would involve having to pick up the smelter, put it back down, waste that piece of iron. Looks like we're gonna have to do some sorting now again when we get back to the main area. Not a problem, I'm never gonna complain about a free emerald. Slip off there. Run all the way back around. Now there's a coal little chunk up here, right? But we don't need it right now. That's just gonna add more to the cleanup process once we get back over to the main area. Pull these two away because they're not being sorted. So the emeralds are our dreadful pal. Quite a bit. I could take those iron bars over there. It's not going to be a massive impact on anything. Oh, we don't have enough copper. Well, I guess that means we're going to have to blow up in that area quicker than I expected. And who doesn't like a good explosion? So, here we go. I'm gonna walk up to the plunger, hit the plunger, and... Ooh, that piece of coal almost took my head off. Yeah, there we go. Good bit of copper here. Boxes. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. I'm feeling ripped off here. Okay, now this game's just messing with... You know, I played the original Mine Mogul. I played this when it first came out. I don't think I've ever been so ripped off. 1 iron bar out of 5 boxes. That is crazy work. We'll go ahead and finish up this powder. Big old pile. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we got ripped off. But with all this, we will most definitely be able to finish all the copper. Only 4 bars left. We need about 20 copper. Ooh, I picked up something a little bit interesting. Let's see if this gets us here in a minute, but we're gonna have to take a pit stop, drop off some items in our treasure hoard. This pretty little rock is a geode. We're gonna get into those in a little bit later, but definitely worth having. The drill bit. No. Go over there. And this is all stuff that's being sorted now. So it's over here. Drop down. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but the reason why we do the sorting is the coal mixes in. It's multiple things mixed in with each other in the smelter to make slag, which is pretty much useless. If gems go through the crusher, they break. There's no small emeralds, no small diamonds, so you gotta sell them outright or let them go to waste. Copper in there, and we'll go ahead and get rid of that, clear that out for the iron. Now produce the slag. It's not worth much at all, so it's just iron. But we didn't waste an iron. I'm finishing off that slag. We're gonna have to buy another miner for getting things ready for the future. Get one of those going. And I am curious if these belts will let me put this in. Oh, it will. The problem is, I'm think we can make it work. I'm gonna turn it off for now while we get this working. Press Q, change the way the direction the arrows go. One more ramp, two curves, a ramp, and maybe a couple more regular ones. There's 2 curves, a ramp, a couple more regular ones. Thing like that on the corner here, most of the time, not most of the time, but there's times where it's just going to fall off the edge there and be pretty much useless. You're going to add to your counts to make things more difficult for you. Why wouldn't that? We will let these continue to roll and let the iron quests finish up. Um, you know, I doubt the gem quest will finish during that time. If it does, I'll bring it back in, but I think we're gonna end the episode here. Next episode, we'll start off by looking at the quest. We will be moving in to Rolling Wheel, and it looks like once we get the gems done, we're looking into polishing. Polish gold ingots. Now moving into some of the items you can make with those ingots, and maybe we'll unlock some research things and get to play around with those a little bit. So, if you enjoyed, let me know down in the comments. Got any tips as far as Mine Mogul goes, or just the whole YouTube thing? Feel free to leave a comment and let me know how you think I did and where I can improve on either factory or my videos. Always look forward to hearing from you guys, and any criticism is good criticism for me. See you later.